Welcome back. Today we're going to be checking out a match between myself playing the Water Aggro deck and Alex playing the Drain Zombie deck.
It's time to
It's important to notice that the Drain Zombie deck that Alex is playing only relies on Skill Drain and Sakuretsus as his defensive traps. He does play a lot of floaters though, which is very annoying for aggressive decks like mine, and I have to be careful not to attack into floaters because they can pull out Ryukokis, which are 2400 attackers. Alex opens with a set 2 back row and pass. I immediately activate the Heavy Storm, a free 2-for-1. It allows me to just summon any monster I'd like here and be aggressive. I set a card and set a back row, pass. It's important to not summon any big monsters simply because you can Pyramid Turtle into it and summon a Ryokoki and beat down the monster that I summon. However, setting a card is also a little bit dangerous since he can just Nobleman of Cross out it, or he can set up his own defensive positions and I'd have to play through that regardless. But I think the 2-for-1 and the Heavy Storm seems to be okay. He normal summons Pyramid Turtle. Attacks into my set monster, a Nightmare Penguin. Large defense. 1800 actually. He takes 600 and bounces back to his hand from the Penguin Soldier's effect. Set one back row. Set another back row. No? Oh. He already knows I used Heavy Storm, so setting more isn't that big of a deal, but sets one. Off the top Thunder Dragon, grabbing 2 more Thunder Dragons from my deck to my hand. Not in the greatest position here, since I can't really play an attack position, knowing that he has a Pyramid Turtle. But he can't really defeat the 1800 defense currently, so I'm not in a scary situation, but I'm definitely not in a good position for my deck being aggressive. Just checking over the cards I can play here. I decide not to summon a monster. Like I said, the Pyramid Turtle in his hand really prevents me from playing aggressive since he will suddenly become much stronger than me for no reason, just because he had recruiters. So Alex normal summons the Pyramid Turtle, a great play since setting it would open him up to Nobleman of Crossout. Generally you shouldn't set any kind of recruiters unless you want them to be Noblemen. I set a back row and pass. 1800 is pretty difficult to get over, but Alex does play quite a few outs in his deck, like Smashing Grounds. Normal summon Sangan generally spells disaster when you see a normal summon Sangan into a penguin soldier. So I take the L on that and give him a free search, as well as give him the big booty. Attacks over it. Sangan grabbing a monster from his deck to his hand. And it's a little hard to see there. Yeah, so a Pyramid Turtle goes right to his hand from the Sangan search. So even if I deal with this one, I have to deal with another one. However, I do know that he can't cycle through 3 of them, which is somewhat the information that's useful there. So I draw, set another card, pass. Probably going to be another 1800 defense monster. Him knowing that there's not much he can do with the Pyramid Turtle, but summon the Exile Force. Very unfortunate there. It was a Cyberjar. So definitely good for him. Really bad for me. Especially if he has some sort of like Call of the Haunted or Premature Burial. I have to be wary of that. I can't really play defensively here. But there's not really much downside to him attacking in, so we'll go ahead and attack and deciding if I want to do anything here. So I take it, 1200 damage. It's not too much, but one of the annoying things about recruiters is the fact that like they can play stuff like Creature Swap in this to get advantage, especially in the zombie deck. And I can't really attack into them because generally they'll get out a better monster than what I have on the field. So I play the Cold Wave. This wave is very cold. And I'll normal summon my Abyss Soldier. Using his ability, I'll discard a card to Compulsory Evacuation Device, a card. And I'll remove 2 for Blackluster Soldier. I can banish here, and then attack for 18, or I can attack for a lot of damage. But if I banish, then he's just going to summon the other Pyramid Turtle, get Ryokoki, and crash into my Blackluster Soldier anyways. So it's just a decision of whether you would like to banish or go for damage. I decided to try and cycle out his deck. Maybe he drew into a few Ryokokis. So Abyss Soldier goes in on Pyramid Turtle, dealing the fat damage. So fat, 600. And Pyramid Turtle effect activates.
I'm back.
And gets another turtle. I take it out with Blackluster Soldier, and then he's most likely going to get a Ryokoki here, seeing as I know he has the other Pyramid Turtle in his hand. I take it out, since it's going to destroy my Blackluster Soldier anyways. Might as well make sure that it's destroyed, rather than let it sit there and he can do something on his turn. Still sitting in an okay position with the Cold Wave up, and I have 2 back rows for on my turn when I'm allowed to use spells and traps. But even a 1800's pretty good, assuming that his Pyramid Turtle can't get a Ryokoki. I'm in a really good position, but if his Pyramid Turtle can get a Ryokoki, I'm not in the worst position, but I'm definitely going to be on the back foot here.
I'm back.
Summons Pyramid Turtle, crashes in. I have no response because of Cold Wave, obviously. Pyramid Turtle effect activates, and the Ryokoki comes out. So that's probably the worst position I could be in here. Beats over my Abyss Soldier, dropping me to 6,000 life points. Pass turn, draw. Set another card. Hopefully he can't use some sort of Exile Force or Nobleman on me. Really playing on chance here because not that far ahead here. Graceful Charity. Off the top, giving him 3 choices into his hand. Definitely not good for me. Gives him a higher chance to get Nobleman of Crossouts or some sort of creature swap play. Really, this deck has a lot of different mini combos within the archetype and within his deck itself, so allowing him to have 3 extra cards is obviously not good. Discards a Mystic Tomato and a New Doria. Great cards to have in your deck if you want recruiters that can just deal with basically any type of monster. Looking in his graveyard, a little scary. I don't like that. Activates Book of Life. One of the few disruption cards that zombies or any goat format deck can play, but zombies in particular, obviously. Removes my Blackluster Soldier, so I can't Call of the Haunted or Premature, which is pretty good. Brings out another Ryokoki, so I'm going to bounce the one that hasn't attacked. Saving myself a decent amount of life points. Unfortunately, I have to deal with a Ryokoki still. And a Delinquent Duo. You guys know I have 2 Thunder Dragons in my hand, so hopefully he misses here. And he gets the Mobius. It wasn't much help with me right now, but that's unfortunate. But hopefully I can push some damage with a top deck or something. And he's got 2 back row. And I just try to go for the 50-50 because one of them is probably going to destroy my monster, and one of them could be like a skill drain or something. So I summon Cyberstein. Wait to see if he has skill drain before I do anything. You guys might have peeked out my Phoenix Wing Blast. But he doesn't do anything, so I'll let you guys watch this 50-50 and see if I can win the duel. So as you guys saw, I obviously lost the 50-50. Wow. Pretty unfortunate. I hope you guys enjoyed this duel, learned a little something, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.